Afternoon, everybody. It's John Ross with the John Ross Show here on October 25th, 2025. 52 degrees out, and it was 50 the other day. So I think this is a little lower than normal for this time, but it's fall here, and we had maybe some frost the last few nights, but they weren't maybe the deep frost, but there was some frost though. So took in my plants and things like that. And so we had to do those type of things. So today we're going to be talking about democracy being destroyed. It's somewhat literal and maybe deeper in other ways too. But we're going to show here right now what's happening in Washington, in the country. And we'll talk about this for a few moments. It's a photo that I received or picked up, I should say. I picked this up from Wikimedia, which is a source of free public images, and we'll put this on the bottom about that sourcing there. And that's the White House East Room. You can sort of see it there, just above the fence posts there. Those cement fence posts there. That was sort of the beginning of the demolition. It's not the end, but there's other pictures that show the whole thing just gone. This place is gone. And does the president have the right just to destroy our White House? Could he take the whole thing down and make it a Trump Tower? What's the point here? Is this part of the palace for the president? Congress has said zilch on this. There's other architectural groups, preservation groups have stood up. It's just not good to have a king destroying our people's house. Now that would be like at an apartment if you had you decided I didn't like that wall in the apartment and took it out on your own. Didn't tell anybody. Didn't tell the top guys. Oh, of course, you're going to get away with it too. Would you get away with it at your apartment? I don't think so. Should we let this happen here? Oh, the argument's been made, well, they've had other renovations. Well, that's similar to putting pictures on the wall and other things. And they usually, I do not know for a fact, I haven't done that deep investigation on the past situation, but I assume they were used with public money, not donations. And they were used authorized through the Congress to do these things. Now, you'll have to check on that, but this is a massive thing too. This is not putting in an extra toilet or something along that line. This is pretty massive. Here's a listing of those who donated. Right now it says it's going to be 350 million. It's hard to say. This came from Robert Reich, who was a former labor secretary under Bill Clinton, and who does some very good podcasts. It's on Facebook, this chart, I assume, and I don't know where his source is, but Robert Reich is an honorable person, so I assume this is a correct naming. I've seen these names before, so I assume this is, well, there's a White House release on this too, I believe. So we have TV, we have computer people, individuals, basically all your computer people, Google, Meta, which is Facebook. So they're all trying, Apple, they're all trying to get T-Mobile, they're all trying to get in with Trump on the good side. This is not helping the average person. This this ballroom or this Trump extravaganza. I don't have. I'm not going to put up the blueprints right now, but it's going to be really extravaganza, and I don't understand how people can let this happen. And how Congress can let people by donation. We could now. I want to say some things that are done on private things, but usually there are there are some public things that do have these type of donation things, and I'm not as much into that, and I don't think it's a good way to handle it. And I can think a lot of things like this, but this is more a political payback thing too, though, with Trump. It's not like you're donating to the city of Aurora and doing a pavilion. We call it the Dunham Pavilion. Uh, Same with the flagpole thing in Batavia, Illinois. Different people donated on that. I don't think there's any political advantage to it. But with Trump, there's a lot of political reasons why this is given. But more than that, this is a destruction of the people's house without any oversight. And this is being done in government. That means we could do this anywhere. He could do another type of thing. He could destroy other federal buildings. This is not a good thing. This is why we had the No Kings rally last Saturday, and I think there's going to be more. There's going to be more. And one issue that's being brought up quite a bit, we're going to discuss for a moment here before we sign off for today, but this type of destruction that Trump is doing here, on the building, we know about the courts he's trying to destroy, uh, government per se he's trying to destroy. There are so many things that President Trump is trying to doing things without authorization, or bomb boats in the Pacific, Atlantic, Caribbean without any authorization or proof. We go down the list of so many things that he's done on his own because he is, in his mind, a king. I think he believes that. He had a flight picture of him in a king plane bombing the route, bombing the people that were marching, his own citizens. He didn't have to agree with it, but he didn't have to play that type of stuff. He's childish. It's something else. And we had the No Kings, and one of the topics that people are talking about is immigration. There is a sign in the Aurora No Kings 24 resides among you, you and your land, don't mistreat them. It's from Leviticus there. So that's uh, one of the issues of immigration. And friends at World Relief have, I didn't know this before, but they've been talking about this in the last days about the Dignity Act. And it's a bill in Congress, bipartisan bill, to just help out our immigration situation. It's got a little compromises in it. One is to help out the border security, the southern border security. One is that dreamers would have rights. It would work towards citizenship, not, and there would be other for those who are undocumented would be able to receive rights. It's not citizenship, but then the rights, and there would be some fines and other things along that line. And is being introduced by Maria Salazar, the Republican of Florida, and Democrat Veronica Escobar of Texas. It was introduced a few months ago. I haven't heard much about it, so it's not good either. We got to get the word out. And I have to do this too, and you should too. I'm putting in the bottom of the screen the representatives to call, our senators, Duckworth and Durbin, and then our representative, either for where we're at, Foster and Underwood. It could be or wherever you're at. And the latter part of that, crawl has about govtrack.us/Congress/members. That's how you can find out if you're in another area than the western suburbs here of Illinois. But we want to get things going here. This is a good way to get things resolved instead of having ICE throwing people around and just picking up people indiscriminately at work. These people are working, picking them up at their schools. I mean, these are not criminals. The criminal element is really low. And they have statistics on it. I forgot, maybe 70-80% are not criminals, and the rest maybe have some background. And I don't know how deep these are. I don't think they're the deep criminals either, but there's some that have had problems with the law. And so we want to have a better system, and we got to do that. And also that Dignity has about the uh, alien coming in as what shall I say? My mind is skipping here. The alien coming in, uh, amnesty, asylum. That's what I should say. Asylum seekers, and they would have a better way to do that too. So, World Relief has some more information on it. So go to worldrelief.org. It's all one word, worldrelief.org, and look for under news releases. And it's a July 15th news release that they put out. So we encourage you I got to do that. I got to encourage myself. So to call Congress here on Monday. So thank you for being with me, and have a good weekend here. And we'll hang in there. You hang in there. And I'm going to throw this as we talk about the Dignity Act I was a stranger and you welcomed me. That's what Jesus said in Matthew 25:35. So that's what we want to practice, and that's what we want to do. So till next time, we will say bye for now. So we'll see you then on Monday. And for right now, we'll just say bye bye and Lord be with you and have a great weekend. And we'll talk again next Monday, Lord willing. Bye bye now. Have a good weekend. Bye bye.